and welcome to HRD Live. I'm joined by Andrea Winfield, HR Director UK Microsoft. Nice to see you, Andrea.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Yeah. How did your session go?
Yeah, no, it's been a really fun day. You know, a chance to get to meet a whole new different people and a chance for them to get to know Microsoft in a new and different way. So it's been fun. Yeah, great.
So, what do you believe are the current human capital management trends?
Yeah, so I think these are widely agreed to or understood across our industry. I think we're facing an unprecedented time of competition for skills and talent. I think that we are all needing to, design in more fluidity and flexibility into our organisations. I think we're proving that, D&I is imperative for business success. And I think that culture and purpose of an organisation is something that's starting to differentiate companies, both in terms of their success, but their ability to be able to attract and retain talent. There are a few things on my mind. And being a technology company, you'd expect me also to say just the rise of AI and automated work and its impact on the jobs of the future, and what that means for the HR function is probably another really big challenge that most HR directors are thinking about right now.
And can you talk me through the culture journey that Microsoft has been on in recent years?
Yeah. We are a company who's only just in their early 40s. We've only ever had 3 CEOs, and our latest CEO joined us 5 years ago. The nature of the 3 CEOs and their personalities are just very, very different. Bill Gates was the technologist, the strategist, I'm going to call him a geek. And then you have Steve Ballmer, who was the loud extrovert, sales guy, commercial CEO. And then you have Satya Nadella, our current CEO, who's global, diverse, thoughtful, intellectual, really strong learner. And each one of those leaders have really brought a different tone and focus for our organisation. Their sense of personality shows up in our corporate culture. And I think when Satya joined us 5 years ago, the question he asked us all was, what would happen if Microsoft wasn't around anymore? What's our purpose? He asked us to really rediscover ourselves. And that's been just a hugely fascinating journey for us to really question, what we're about, what would happen if we weren't here, and where do we need to be in the future? It's been a really interesting journey.
Yeah, because I know Satya has a brilliant global reputation. He's just renowned as one of the best CEOs, which is fabulous. It must be lovely to.
As a HR lead, it's an absolute gift to have a leader that understands the power of people, understands the power of culture and learning. And he's been quoted to say that changing culture is probably the most important job of a CEO. And so he feels that if he's not able to shift or change mindsets, behaviours and culture, then he's really not achieved anything. And that's really a gift for us in the HR profession and function as we work to strengthen Microsoft and to empower everyone on the planet. If your company's mission is to empower every person on the planet, where else would you want to do HR work?
Absolutely. So what do you anticipate to be the biggest disruptor of HR in the coming years?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. I think firstly is around just skills. So in if you think about the 4th industrial revolution, digital transformation, whatever you want to call it, we know that we are facing real scarce skill shortages right now. It's fundamentally changing how we're recruiting. It's fundamentally changing our view on the role of an organisation in being an educator. And how we have to reskill our talent continuously, and also how we have to help society manage or think a bit more about the digital skills that we need to have in the economy, and not just in the UK but around the globe. And I think HR's got just a hugely important role in driving that strategy for all organisations really.
And what do you hope that delegates will take away from what you say?
So there's 2 things really. I think as I think about digital transformation, I think the HR leaders have 2 important roles. I think one, they have to be catalysts for change in their own organisations. So digital transformation to me is synonymous with people transformation and cultural transformation. And what better opportunity for a HR director? So we've got a responsibility and accountability to really work with the C-suite to drive new ways of working across the organisation so it can better serve customers, shareholders and employees. I think secondly, as leaders of our own functions, we've also got to make sure that the HR function is delivering digital services to employees that improve their productivity and keep them focused on the things that demand the best of their time. So I think we've got those kind of dual roles to really play. And so, if anything, that I want people to walk away from this conference in this 2 days feeling really excited about the opportunity that they've got to really make a difference.
And finally, the theme of our conference is the conscious organisation. What does that phrase mean to you?
I think that phrase means to me just the social conscience, and you see that more in the millennial organisation as they choose and look for employers. They want to work from employers that do good and have a strong social purpose. And I think that's a really core business driver that HR functions and leadership teams need to be really clear about.
Thank you so much for your time. It's been really, really good chatting.
It's great. Thanks.